Hello everyone, Alex the RC Freak here coming at you with a video. I apologize I haven't made a video in a couple months. Like I say, I'm super busy with work. I work a lot of overtime. But I have recently purchased some new toys with my own money. I'm not sponsored in any sort of way. So let me just say this. I appreciate anyone who clicks on my videos and just takes a moment of their time to watch them and stuff like that. I'm more than happy to share any of my knowledge that I have. Um, I've been doing RC hobby grade name brand RCs, not the cheapo Chinese name, supposedly, crap RCs. I get the name brand quality stuff, but I'm more than happy to help anybody with any questions they may have with any RC. I've been doing it for a while, so I have tons of knowledge. I'm super heavy into it. Still am. So obviously I got a LOSI Desert Buggy XL-E. Okay, it's this electric version. They just released it. It's 1/5 scale. It's not gas. There's no gas needed. Nothing. It's 100% electric. 5th scale electronics. So 5th scale motor by Dynamite and 160 amp ESC, which I feel is a bit small for the size this thing is. I know you guys are seeing this on the camera and you're like, well, it looks like a pretty big box. That barely does it justice. This thing is insanely big. Like it's huge actually. So this is the box. It's supposedly with different gearing it will do 50 miles an hour. Stock gearing on 8S 50C batteries, it'll do about 46, 47 miles an hour. And that's on a flat ground, topping out to the max, with optimal, it's on dry ground, it's not on wet ground. So this thing's awesome. I'm super excited. I can't wait to show it to you guys. It does have an LED light bar. The LED light bar looks like, from the package, it doesn't actually have like a plastic glass screen protecting the actual LED strip. So I don't like that. They cheaped out there. I know this radio comes with this vehicle comes with a DX2E Spectrum radio. Very, very entry level. For the price you pay for this kit, you think you would get a better radio. My personal opinion. I do like Spectrum radios. I always have been a fan of them. I do not like Airtronics or Futaba radios. That's my personal opinion. I think they don't work as good as the Spectrums. Now, some people don't like Spectrums. I understand that 100%. That's fine. I'm just telling you my personal opinion. So I have a Spectrum DX6R. And for the most part, that radio works absolutely beautifully. I will say, for anyone that does have that radio that may be experiencing this problem, it will say, because it's basically a smartphone radio, so it will say YouTube app is harmful for this product, or for this radio is what it will say. It'll come up with a warning thing on your thing, your slide down bar. So ignore it. If you disable YouTube on that radio, the DX6R Pro, it'll stop the screen from working. So just keep that in mind for anyone who has that radio if they're a big Spectrum fan. This is a Horizon Hobby product. So they use Spectrum. They own Spectrum. So yeah. Anyway, long story short, I just wanted to put that out there for you guys. Let's get started on this unboxing. This thing, I'm just as excited. The box is huge. Literally, this is me next to the box. I'm a pretty skinny guy, so it's huge. Like, this box literally weighs probably 50 pounds. This is me with the box standing up. It's literally half as tall as me standing up. But it is a beast. And here's the other side here. Nothing, basically XL-E. It's electric version. It's not the gasoline version. I do not like the gasoline version. At least, this is my very first buggy, and usually my self-preference, I like monster truck looking vehicles. I do not like the buggy style looking vehicles. So let's just get this thing undone here. I got my X-Acto knife, number 2 blade with a new blade on it. So you always want to make sure you got new blades. Just gonna cut that. I don't know what happened to this here. It must have got rippers. Who knows? Take that off. Alright, so I'm just as excited as anyone else here. Alright. Oh, it's upside down. Well, so this looks like it's the, so this is the radio. So it comes with 4 AA's. You know, it's, I guess, okay. The DX2E radio. It's a cheap radio. Like, literally, this is about as entry level as they come. So, and another thing I hear about this thing is this is the radio. It has your steering and throttle reversing right there. There's your bind button. This is your power button. This is your active vehicle control knob. So, and this is your throttle and steering. So, basically, it's super basic, nothing fancy, not even in the least bit. Yeah. But, basically, here's the truck. It's upside down, I know. Well, here's the instructions. Now, look at this. These instructions are huge. Like, literally, look how thick that is. Let me just try to get a picture of that. Look how thick that is. That is thick. So, that is a thick instructions. That radio is just crap as far as I'm concerned. You spend this much money on an RC car and you get this radio. Not cool. But, anyway. Here's the rig. It is flat chassis. Let me try to pull this thing out. It actually probably works out better that way. You can... here's the chassis. Black, which I like. And here's the buggy itself. Let me just stick this box back. Here is the tools. You get 4 Allens, it looks like. Some pretty good size, nice quality looking L-shaped Allens. You get a nice aluminum, a wheel wrench. You get a turnbuckle wrench for adjustable turnbuckles. A bigger Allen. So it's, you know, it's pretty nice, I guess. About average. But, stick that there. Alright, let me just take this box and fold it up. Okay. Let me just get this thing. Okay, so there's the rig. Literally, here's the rig. And this thing weighs 27.5 pounds without batteries. People are saying it weighs 57 pounds or 47 pounds. It does not. It weighs 27.5 pounds. So, just to get that correct, it has mod 1.5 gear mesh. The actual teeth gear mesh is 1.5. It's pretty aggressive gearing. This light bar does not come with a LED or a cover. Yeah, this thing is just beast though. I mean, it's just, it's insane. It's strong. The A-arms literally look like they're, I would say ½ inch thick. In my opinion, the shocks are 24 millimeters around. It's a beast. The thing is just a tank. Alright, sorry for that little cut there. I go let my dogs in. But anyway, back to the truck. This does have true beadlock wheels. So all these wheels are real beadlocks, which is a nice touch. They cheaped out on the radio. I do not like that. They cheaped out right here. It does not have a little cover, glass cover for this, but yet they put the outside bolted stainless steel screws around the edge here, which I guess that's okay. I mean, the stainless steel screw looks pretty nice. I got this body in black because I like the black. This is $1,000, $1,000 for this vehicle, this RC vehicle. It's a 1/5 scale. It's a beast. The wing looks, I mean, the wing is strong. Like, it doesn't, you know, it doesn't budge at all. These shocks are 24 millimeter in diameter. They'll use the same wheel nut hex on your shocks. So, anyway, the cool thing about this rig is that you can flip up the body. So, which makes it nice. The wire is routed pretty nice. The motor's big. There's the ESC, obviously. I like these battery straps. They work pretty nice, I think. The center drive lines are super thick. Not a lot of slop. Aluminum center diff. Aluminum servo horn. Yeah, it's pretty nice rig, really. The receiver box is not. This truck is waterproof, the electronics, supposedly, but this receiver box is not waterproof. There's a hole right here, a little hole, and then there's a hole right in the back of here. So I can see if I can show you here. Let me just see if I can show you here. So there's a hole in the back of the receiver box. Right back here, there's a hole. See how my finger goes in there? It's right in there. And then there's a hole. See if I can get you a better picture here. There's a hole right there. So this receiver box is not waterproof. Like they say it's waterproof. And the receiver is not waterproof either. So keep that in mind. It has the EC5 connectors. I think those are junk, but anyway, I've never used Hobbywing electronics or anything like that. It has an aluminum center differential. What I do anytime I get a new RC car, I completely take it apart. Everything. Completely take it apart. Make sure all the differentials, everything are filled correctly. And make sure they're shimmed right. So that's the biggest thing. Is I hear that this kit, sometimes it's a hit and a miss, sometimes it's built beautiful, and sometimes it doesn't have enough oil on the diffs, just like Traxxas. So, but yeah, I mean, look at this thing. This thing is just, it's strong. I mean, it really is. It's really strong. So, I'm pretty excited. I just kind of want to do a quick little video. These do have brass bushings instead of bearings. They're brass bushings for the steering. Just saying. But yeah. It's a pretty beast over. Alright, sorry for that cut again. Apologize. But here, I'm going to try to get you a better view of the receiver box here. So, let me see if I can do that for you. So, this is the truck. And there's the hole I was talking about. See this hole right there? See how big that is? Look at the size of that. And they call this waterproof? I mean, they couldn't put a plug in there. They could not put a plug in there. This is some of the issues when I was checking this thing a little bit more. And right here, here's another one. Let me get the light better for you. See that little hole right there? See? Yeah, so you want to swap this out with an actual receiver box that's worth a damn. So my suggestion, a 10th scale E-Revo brushless or brushed receiver box, or a 10th scale Stampede 4x4 receiver box would work awesome. So just letting you know. I'm going to put silly putty in the center diff to lock it. That's what I'm going to do. I already know I'm going to do that. I'm going to put 100K front and rear in the differentials. So that's what I'm going to do. That's what I like to do. And then, yeah, I mean, it's a pretty thick, but I mean, these tires feel pretty grippy, like no joke. Like the compound feels nice, and I don't know, it's what I like about these tires is they feel a lot more grippier than the Proline MX43 tires. So just keep that in mind. And also, inside here for the steering bell crank, those brass bushings inside here instead of bearings, why'd they have to cheap out there? I mean, they already cheaped out on the servo that I hear goes out all the time, from what everyone tells me that owns these. But anyway, these brass bushings in here, why would you use bushings on a kit that cost $1,000? I don't understand that myself. And then these bolts sometimes don't come out very easy. So from what I hear, the Loctite is too tight and it almost strips them out, and you have to on-thread this. But if what I might do is see if I can just get the bearings and replace these bushings right away. If I can get bearings that will fit in there, and just replace them and be done with it. So I'm going to try to do that. But I mean, let's just do a closer look at this. I mean, this thing is just, I mean, the thickness of this kit is just ridiculous. Like, it's just super thick. And I wanted to show you something on the back here. Check this out. I mean, this thing is just, I mean, it's just, the springs feel good. And these collars are all the way up. I like how they did the black and the silver. It's kind of a nice touch. I mean, just, they did the wires kind of clean right there. There's the, see, there's the power button. Now, here's the thing to check. These pins in this CV style joint, they get loose sometimes. So right out of the box, you want to check them all. These are dog bones. These are all dog bones right here. This is a dog bone. And then also, check this out. You see that little screw right there? That little grub screw right in there? In the arm right there? That's a grub screw. You screw that down, and it sits. Let me shut the body here. If you lift up the truck, this thing's, trying to do this one-handed is kind of next to impossible. But you lift up the truck, there's those little tabs. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a metal little tab. Here, I'll do it on the other side here. But see what I mean by the, this does not have a glass cover or even a Lexan cover. So you're going to have to make one. But what I'm saying is, let me show you. Let me tip this thing up here. Okay, so right here is a perfect example. This little tab. This little tab is where that grub screw goes against. And it pushes up on this control arm. That grub screw will push up on this control arm right here and push it up more. So you can have these more flatter. Like you can have this control arm more flat and level versus angled, you know, like angled down like an X-Max. So just keep that in mind. I personally don't like them. I loosen them to where the A-arm will rest against this plastic thing. So that's, or just barely touch this metal aluminum chassis. It's a 4mm thick chassis. I really like how it's black. I like that a lot. And yeah, this thing is just, it looks like a beast. It really does. It looks like a beast. So, it has sway bars front and rear. It has little people in it. I mean, this thing, it's pretty cool. I mean, it has a little GPS thing in there. See, a little GPS thing. So, yeah, I mean, it's pretty cool. There's a wing. Yeah, one thing I kind of don't like, but I kind of like, I don't like stickers. I hate stickers, but all this is made into the body. It's painted into the body. I wish they were kind of like the X-Max and made those stickers so you can take them off and just have the design work of the body. So, but I mean, it's not like it looks terrible. I just don't like all this, you know, branded stuff, you know. I just don't like that. I don't mind the LOSI, but I don't like all that. I don't like this Maxxis crap. It looks cheesy to me. So that's just my opinion. But I mean, nonetheless, it's a good rig. It's a good, solid looking rig. It's my first ever LOSI product. It does have a servo saver on it. See right here, that little aluminum nut right there. That's a servo. That's a servo spring is right there. This is the nut to tighten that, and it basically takes up. So if you hit a bump, if your tires jerk in like that or steer in like that, it'll save your servo from getting damaged. This is a steel gear servo, but I hear the metal is really cheap. So I don't know. That's something you're definitely going to want to do, is upgrade this steering servo eventually. I'm going to run this one until it dies, see if they'll warranty it out, and then after that I'll probably look for a new one. I don't know. But like I say, I don't drive. Right now I'm located in Spokane, Washington, and I don't drive my RCs in the snow. I just don't. That, you know, you pay $1,000 for one stock, and then you go drive it in the snow. I just don't think that's a good idea. You know, I don't care how waterproof they say it is. It's like the people that drive the X-Max in water hydroplaning. It's cool to watch. Yeah, don't get me wrong, it's pretty cool. But then you always get those people that bitch, oh, hey, my bearings are locked up. Or I sat my truck in the garage for 2 weeks and I went to go use it and everything was like froze up. Put two and two together. Just saying. I mean, I'm not trying to be disrespectful to anybody, you know, that may like to do that. Just seriously, put two and two together there. You know what I mean? But I'm not trying to get this video to go on forever, but it's a cool looking rig. It's my first buggy. I'm not a huge fan of the buggy look. At least this is the desert buggy look. It's not the actual buggy look for RCs, like the 10 scale buggies or the 8 scale buggies for like racing style buggies. I hate the look of them. I don't care what you do to them. They don't look right in my personal opinion. This thing looks a little bit better. It's still not 100% like amazing. I wish they made a LOSI 5, the short course truck, in electric. That would be awesome. I would have bought that, but they don't. So they make this. I'm sure this thing is gonna be just as tough. It does look, you know, pretty good because they did the body kind of cool, different colors, something different. You know, they did something different. So the bodies for these painted just like how this one is. If you want to get another one, if you broke it for like replacement, for example, they're around 143 bucks, 143 to 150 for the body set. So it comes in a set. You get all the pieces and such. And then for clear, it's about 134 on A Main Hobbies. So dollars. That's US dollars, just so you know. But yeah, so you know, I kind of like how the body flips up. Kind of makes it nice, so you don't have to sit there and take that big old body off all the time, like the gasoline version with 12 body clips. Who wants to do that? But so yeah. Anyway, that's just kind of what I see on the rig so far. It looks really durable. It has like at least 9 millimeter aluminum caster and camber links, like toe links. So they're pretty thick and heavy duty. They're adjustable, which is nice. It does look like it's built pretty good. I am gonna for sure take the diffs apart. I'm locking the center diff with silly putty. I'm not gonna JB weld it. I think that's the stupidest thing anyone can do. And for, you know, just saying, if somebody who still wanted to have a center diff that was basically locked up, the Traxxas X-Max 8S version has 20 million on the torque biasing center diff. 20 million weight, diff fluid weight. It literally is thick as crap. I have some of it. It's very thick. So just letting you guys know, you could do that or put 1 million. I don't like the feeling of center diff because I think you lose all your power to your front end if you have a fast setup. And I feel like this system can be pretty fast. Just that center diff kills the power, in my opinion. A lot of people love them or whatever. I don't like them. If I can lock them up or something like that or get rid of them, I'm the guy to do that. I would be happy to do that. I don't know if they make a kit yet or a locker spool for the center diff on this kit yet, but I might look around. So I'm still new to LOSI. It's my first LOSI. I'm super pumped. It is very expensive. Like I say, I buy all my own RCs. I am not sponsored in any way. I don't have any RC cars. Any RC car companies calling me up, hey, you know, if you say good things about our product, we'll send you a free car or whatever. I don't do that. No, I buy all my own RCs with my hard-earned money. So I apologize if I can't get a whole bunch of videos out of all the newest RCs. I do the RCs I like to do, you know. So, but anyway, I'll try to keep these videos coming as soon as I possibly can for you guys. And I appreciate anyone who likes, comments, subscribes. I love the comments. Please don't ever feel afraid to comment, you know, let me know what you think. I appreciate it. I really do. I appreciate the input, and thank you so much for watching. I just kind of wanted to do a video of kind of what I got, you know, like what I've been doing lately. I had to save up for this guy, obviously, because it's pretty expensive, you know. So, because my other bills come first, always, and then RCs last, you know. So, that's the way I look at it in life. But, anywho, It looks like a really strong RC. I like how all the plastic's black, not gray like Traxxas does, but you can always dye it. It looks pretty cool. I mean, it looks kind of like a little desert racing buggy, and it's pretty big. So, and you know, electric's kind of nice. You just chuck some batteries in there and go. I got some Electron Pro 4S, 52,000 milliamp hour, 50C, 100C burst. And I got some SMC 6S batteries. There's 75C, 6700 milliamp hour, and then I got a 7200 milliamp hour. I think it's 60C, if I remember. I never used them yet, ever. They're brand new. I got them for my eRevo brushless. They don't fit. They're hard case. So they will fit in this. So hopefully. I haven't tried them yet, but I just took this out of the box off. I just got it yesterday, literally late last night, yesterday after work. It was here, and I was like, oh, yay. So, but anyway, I'm going to go through all the shock fluid, make sure all the shocks are topped off, all that good stuff. I'm going to go through the diffs and stuff like that. And if you guys would like, I can do a video of that if you want. The rear wings for these are US dollars from my local hobby shop. If I were to order a new wing, if it broke, 18 bucks. Parts, the lower control arms come in a set of 4 for the stock ones, and they're about 42 bucks to 45, around there. So that's not too bad. You know, if you look at the X-Max, it's $10 an arm. You know, for a lower control arm, it's $10 a lower control arm. So the same price, you know, and this is bigger. So, and these don't look like they're gonna break, at least to me. But I don't, like, I'm not one of those people that's willing to jump my stuff, you know, 40, 50 feet in the air and do that kind of stupid stuff. Like, don't get me wrong, I like to jump them, but I don't like to go like ridiculous. So, you know, this thing, I don't know, I'm gonna try it out, see how much it can take. So, but thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Have fun RCing, everyone. Alex RC Freak out. Peace.